2-2 draw. That was the last time they actually reached the fourth round. Third in the Premier League with a Champions League atmosphere. Should be decent nevertheless. We've already seen one upset, Cardiff City of League One beating a Premier League side away too in Burnley at Turf Moor. Lincoln came mighty close to an upset against the world champions Chelsea last night. How will Doncaster Rovers get on here? Let's take a check on how these two line up tonight. The first chance Thomas Franks had to rest players. He had here when Newcastle won. So the home side get us off and underway, starting there of the season so far. And a chance for Doncaster to come forward with Olusanya. And the layoff is not bad. Little clip shot and then a volley which was travelling from Glenn Middleton. And there were enough players in the way, thankfully. A bright start.
Yeah, it's bright. You know, I think force the issue in that attacking third. I've got to say, Olusanya, good strength. Gets
Bailey's up there, and here is Middleton again. And just in the nick of time, cover came across, bringing the ball deep. Support on the left-hand side, and now he does find it, and that could have been dangerous too. 90 seconds in, chances at both ends.
Well, it's just fantastic.
Come in the UEFA Super Cup, but a chance from the start here. There's Tell with a little layoff, and now they go down the right-hand side with Johnston, and Tell very nearly gets there, and Audebert would have done, but for the tidying up.
Well, I've got to say, Tell here, the little touch round the corner, outstanding, but then you look at the athleticism.
Into the centre, it's going to take a long one to reach anybody in white from here, but it is one of those. And Doncaster haven't cleared entirely well. Xavi Simons with a little dink over the top.
Well, that's a
blow for a young player who came to prominence at Bayern. Spence and Xavi Simons are pretty experienced, certainly in the lower reaches of the EFL. Out of play by Middleton. It'll be a Doncaster for the first corner of the evening from that side with Romero arrest. Romero getting the night off. Van de Ven's on the bench. Now they'll go long. That looked like he might be offside.
Defensive line's brave and stepping up all the time. Makes it very difficult.
He's left Luke Molyneux, the top scorer last season, on the bench.
What does that? Gets the minutes in the legs, the squads. Everyone's competing for that shot.
Well, it's a little slip, but it's come all the way through to Ajayi, who's unselfish. And then Olusanya heads it wide. Must have been everything in him, screaming to have a pop at goal. Maybe it was, but I'll be generous and say it was a cross. Ball to Audebert and Tell, making up ground in the centre. Archie Gray has been lurking, waiting for the ball. It doesn't come. Instead, there's the cross. And Tell almost got there.
Well, if Tell goes to the ball from Brendan Johnson, you know, it takes Lawler out the game whatsoever. So again, you're looking at goalkeeping's position in there. But someone has to gamble at the back post area, John.
Still getting a good grip of each other. Here's Danso's throw. It's into that nip.
All he can do is try and get some sort of contact on him. If he's actually aware, he can't really leave it. But look at this for a finish. Lawler makes the punch. He has to get himself back on the line.
He's off the mark in the Premier League already. He's off the mark in the Cup. And what an impressive strike it was. You have to say, a little against the run of play, but Spurs have had a couple of good breaks. Maybe Mathys Tell could have already put them ahead. Doncaster just have to...
Seen a lot more of the ball than I thought they would.
There goes Tell. And it's not the best defense. Winston Audebert. Twisting Nixon one way and then the other, whipping it across, and it's an own goal. It's gone in off McGrath, and Spurs double their lead. And it's all turning a little sour for Doncaster after what was a bright start. Another really good quality cross, and nothing the defender could do.
Well, that's it, Wilson Audebert. Just fantastic quality, so direct, isn't he? Little step over, takes it to the line.
Well, Olusanya didn't have anybody ahead of him to play it into. He's played it wide to Ajayi.
Yeah, still thinking he's...
Here's Bentancur. But what those early goals do is just settle things down. And that, well, some referees would go for... Here's Gray. Spurs have the bit between their teeth and they're in the mood, and Archie Gray just had a little bit of space too. 3 to aim for. Oh. urged to shoot by some, attacking the Doncaster fans, and the cutback was by Senior, but here's Brennan Johnson. Archie Gray makes that little dart. Johnson gets a yard of space. Tell pulling away, doesn't get there. The issue tonight for a couple of them, but they're onside here, and now they do have numbers running forwards. That's behind all of a sudden. He's another of those that can easily play off the left. Audebert, who's picked up a central role, and now with coaxed Doncaster into more promising positions. Sparrow with the ball. Sanya McGrath and Senior now joined by a couple more. Bailey is in there, but it forward to Olusanya, who is offside here. And a season 2018 to 19, and then he left for Hull, where he actually faced Thomas Frank with Brentford. Close is back, but Gray has got the ball, and Gray has good support, and a good save too from Lawler, because that was travelling. They're picking up really good. It's going to cause a little bit of trouble when they break. Now they do, and Bentancur is in there, and it didn't need clearing off the line in the end. Spurs think it got a nick, and using his distribution well. Gray's onside. Close has gone with him. Palhinha now playing like a hybrid midfield on Tyneside by 2 goals to nil. Herbert Chiesa has got Arsenal's goal as well. Last in the final 4 years ago, losing to Manchester City. Green. Oh, the ball is dropped for Gray. And that is a good save from Lawler. And just the simplest little shot from Archie Gray, trying to guide it into the corner. Ian Lawler in the nick of time.
It's an X.
Another set piece, another break, another one for Bentancur to attack. They're on it again. Xavi has come from the corner taker's position. He'll get a second go. There's Black there. Everybody in red and white streaming across to try and slow things down on the left-hand side. Gray. Xavi Simons. It's been productive down both flanks though. Xavi Simons round the... There are a few players putting their hands up tonight for Tom. Bentancur is one option. Everybody is left Pedro Porro alone, and that... Space for Palhinha. A wise move, but he'll have to do this himself. Up against Palhinha, who gets the foot in.
Decision making, that quality of pass. Could have taken the opportunity on to get the shot away on a couple of those occasions.
Middle turn, and there'll be one hit for Bailey. Brilliant save. Oh, the tapping was almost there on the rebound, but that is excellent work from Antonin Kinski to turn it onto the upright.
Well, it's a wonderful save, isn't it? Quality.
Danso has a look. Brennan Johnson is offside. Bentancur, just an effortless little swing of the boot, and Xavi Simons is in, and on the edge of the box he goes down. Andy Madley has a look at his assistant to have a check whereabouts exactly it was.
Well, this is a very hard one there, because Simons knows exactly.
And another different kind of corner. Pedro Porro decides not to shoot this time. Xavi has Audebert on one side. Now he has the right back and skipper on the other. Lawler doesn't hold it.